Geobyte.
Hi students, welcome to the Geobyte Diploma series. In this video, let us practice some problems on centroid. The very first problem is a T section is given. For that you are asked to decide the centroid. And one more point given, all dimensions are in millimeters. Now this section to be divided into two parts. Let us divide the section 1. This is your section 1. This is the section 1. This is the section 1. Similarly, let us take the another color for the section 2. This is the section 2. This is the section 2. Now let us mark the section 1 and section 2. Section 1 is with rectangular section. For a rectangle, B1 equal to 20 mm and D1 equal to 80 mm. Then you can find the A1 equal to B1 into D1. It is equal to 80 into 20, 1600 mm square. Similarly, for section 2, breadth equal to 100 mm, depth equal to 20 mm. For this, A2 equal to B2 into D2, 100 into 20 equal to 2000 millimeter square. Then let us decide the x bar and y bar. Before going to find the x bar and y bar, first you should decide whether the given section is symmetrical or not about any axis. If we cut this T section exactly at the center on y axis, you are getting the equal sections. That means it is symmetrical on y axis. Given section is symmetrical since the let me write clearly, since the given section is symmetrical, since the given T section is symmetrical on y axis, therefore the centroid should lie on that axis only. Therefore the centroid should lie on y axis. Therefore y bar equal to, means x bar need not be found because your centroid is lying on the y axis only, because it is symmetrical about y axis. Now y bar equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. This is the formula. Now first let me mark the y1 y2. Join the diagonals for section 1 like this. Join the diagonals for section 1. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, that is the centroid denoted by G1, then I can say this is my y1, that is the y1. So tell me what is the y1 value? y1 equal to 80 by 2, 80 by 2. Similarly, join the diagonals for section 2. Join the diagonals for section 2. These two are meeting somewhere at this location. Then that is the G2, center of gravity for section 2. This is the y2. This is the y2. Here y2 equal to 80 plus 20 by 2. 80 plus 20 by 2. Then you put all these values for getting the y bar. Here a1 equal to 1600, y1 80 by 2 40 plus a2 equal to 2000 into y2 90 divided by 1600 plus 2000. Simplify this value for getting the y bar around 67.78 mm. That is how you can decide the centroid on y axis. I hope you clearly understood. Let us take one more problem. Look at the next problem. Determine the centroid of angle section shown in figure. This is the L section, can also be called as angle section. Dear students, this section is not symmetrical about any axis. Since this section is not symmetrical about any axis, the x bar and y bar should be separately found. For that, let us cut the system into different sections like this. Let us cut the system like this. Then I can say this is the section 1 and this is the section 2. Now let us mark the B1 D1, B2 D2. B1 equal to 80 mm. All dimensions are in mm. Assume D1 equal to 12 mm. Then A1 equal to B1 D1. Similarly, B2 equal to width for section 2 12 mm. The depth for section 2. The depth for section 2 1 minute. Actually, this is not 80, this is 92. So depth equal to, total depth is 92, but I cut the section somewhere here. 92 minus 12 is 80 mm. For this, find the A2 equal to B2 into D2. Now I took this is our section 2. This is the section 2. This is the section 2. And the section 1 is, this is the section 1. This is our section 1. Now let us mark the centroid for the section 1 and section 2. Join the diagonals for section 1. Wherever these two diagonals are meeting, that is the center of gravity for section 1 G1. Then I can say this is the x1 and this is the y1. Now let us write the x1 y1 equal to, listen carefully, x1 equal to 80 by 2 and y1 equal to 12 by 2. Similarly, join the diagonals for section 2. Join the diagonals for section 2. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, that is the centroid for the section 2 G2. Then I can say that this is my x2, that is my x2, and this is the y2. This is the y2. Otherwise, let me mark the x2 clearly. This is the x2. That x2 equal to, tell me x2 equal to what? x2 equal to 12 by 2. x2 equal to 12 by 2 and y2 equal to 12 plus y2 equal to, let me write clearly, y2 equal to 12 plus the remaining part, 12 plus the remaining part is 80. 12 plus 80 by 2, it is equal to 52 mm. It is 52 mm. 52 mm. Then you find for the x bar equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 by a1 plus a2. This x bar, you put all the values and simplify it for getting the x bar 23 mm. 23 mm. Similarly, y bar equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 by a1 plus a2. You substitute all the values because all the values I have written. For getting the y bar is around 29 mm. That is how you can find the x bar and y bar separately for L section or angle section. Similarly, let us take one more section. Look at the next section. Find the centroid for the given I section. If you look the I section, given I section, the section is symmetrical about y axis. Since the section is symmetrical about y axis, centroid should be lying on that particular axis only. In the examination, that point should be written first. That point is, since the given section otherwise let me write in the next page. Since the given section is symmetrical on y axis, therefore the centroid should lie on y axis. That means you need not to find the x bar. The centroid on y axis or about x axis, y bar, because it consists of three sections. Let this is the section 1, section 2 and section 3. It is like this. This is my first section. This is my first section. Second section is, this is the second section. This is the second section. Similarly, the third section will be The third section is like this. This is the third section. This is the third section. Now, since it consists of three sections, the y bar equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3, because it consists of three sections. Now let us mark the y1 y2 y3. You join the diagonals for section 1. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, that is the centroid for section 1 G1. Then I can say this is the y1. Tell me what is the y1? y1 equal to 10 by 2. Similarly, join the diagonals for section 2. Join the diagonals for section 2. Wherever these two diagonals are meeting, that is the center of gravity for section 2, may be marked as G2. Then this is the y2. That is the y2. Tell me what is the y2 value? y2 equal to 10 plus 120 by 2. Similarly, join the diagonals for section 3. Wherever these two diagonals are meeting, that is the centroid for the section 3, may be marked as G3. Then this is the y3. This is the y3. Then y3 equal to 10 plus 120 plus 10 plus 120 plus 10 by 2. You know y1, y2, y3 and a1, a2, a3 to be found. For that, let us write the b1 equal to, for the section 1 width equal to 200 mm, d1 equal to 10 mm. Similarly, for section 2 width equal to 10, depth equal to 120, b2 10, b2 equal to 10, d2 equal to 120. Similarly, for section 3, width equal to 60, depth equal to 10, b3 equal to 60, and d3 equal to 10. Then you know how to find the a1. a1 equal to b1 d1, a2 equal to b2 d2. Similarly, a3 equal to b3 d3. You find all these values which are in mm square. Then you put all these values in the y bar mean relation for getting the y bar 38.49 millimeters. That is how the centroid should be found for the I section, not y section. So let us take one more section. Look at the channel section, is also called C section. If you look the C section clearly or channel section clearly, it is symmetrical about, if I cut like this on that particular axis, you are getting equal sections. Therefore, it is symmetrical about x, it is symmetrical on x axis. Since it is symmetrical on x axis, centroid should lie on that particular x-axis only. That means you need not to find the y bar, you need to find only x bar, because the given section is symmetrical on x-axis. Let me write that point. Since the given section is symmetrical on y-axis, therefore the centroid should lie on y-axis. Sorry, it is x-axis, not y-axis. Since the given section is symmetrical on x-axis, on x-axis, the centroid should lie on x-axis only, x-axis. Therefore, x bar equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3, because it has three sections. Look at the diagram. Now let us cut the sections into three sections, whole C section into three sections like this. This is one section, this is another section, this is one more section. Let us clearly show the three sections. This is your first section. This is the first section. Second section is, this is the second section. This is the second section. And the third section is like this. This is your third section. Now let us mark the width and depths. Let us mark the b1 for this section is 25, maybe mm. d1 equal to d1 for section 1 5. Similarly, b2 equal to, for section 2 b2 equal to 5, d2 equal to 80 minus 5 minus 5, 80 d2 equal to, so d2 equal to 80 minus 5 minus 5, it is equal to 70. b3 is equal to 25, d3 equal to 10, 5, d3 equal to 10, all with respect to units, maybe in mm. Now join the diagonals for section 1. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, that is the x1. Look at the x1. Of course, x1 and x3 both are identical. So this is the x3. x1 is equal to x3 is equal, tell me, 25 by 2 with respect to units. Similarly, for section 2, join the diagonals for section 2. Then this is the x2, that is the x2. So x2 equal, tell me, x2 equal to only 5 by 2. Then first find the areas. a1 equal to b1 d1, a2 equal to b2 d2, E3 equal to B3 D3, all with respect to units, may be in mm square. You put all these values here. For getting x bar is around 6.67. For getting the x bar 6.67 millimeters. By assuming all dimensions are in mm. Here all dimensions are in millimeters. So all dimensions are in mm. Okay. So that is how the centroid should be found for the channel section or the C section. Similarly, let us take one more section. Yes, look at the Z section. You are asked to decide the centroid for the Z section. For that, first of all, Z section is not symmetrical about any axis. That's why you need to find the centroid on x-axis and y-axis. For that, let me cut the section into three blocks like this, or three sections like this. Let this is the section 1, this is the section 2, and this is the section 3. Now let us mark the B1 D1, B2 D2, B3 D3. B1 equal to 45 mm, D1 equal to 10 mm. Similarly, B2 equal to, for section 2, width equal to 10 mm, D2 equal to, up to here, D2 equal to 80 minus 10, 70 mm. B3 equal to 25 mm, B3 equal to 25 mm, D3 equal to 10 mm. Means I cut the section into three blocks like this. So this is my first block, first rectangular section. Second rectangular section is this one. This is the second rectangular section, and the upper one is the third rectangular section. This is the one more rectangular section like this. Three sections. Now let us mark the x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. For marking the x1, x2, x3, remember leftmost line is the reference line. Similarly, for marking the y1, y2, y3, bottommost line is the reference line. So this is the origin. Once again, for marking the x1, x2, x3, y-axis is the reference line or leftmost line is the reference line. Indirectly, this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. X-axis is the reference line for taking the y values. Now you join the diagonals for section 1. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, that is your centroid for section 1 denoted by G1. Then I can say this is the x1, this is the x1, this is my y1. Tell me what is the x1? x1 equal to 45 by 2, y1 equal to y1 equal to 10 by 2, y1 equal to 10 by 2. y1 equal 10 by 2. Similarly, for section 2, join the diagonals. Join the diagonals for section 2. This is your x2, that is your x2, and this is your y2. y2. Now x2 equal to, look at the x2 equal to, this part is, the middle part is, middle web is 10. So the remaining up to here it is 25 minus 10, 15. This is 15. So x2 equal to 15 plus 10 by 2. 15 plus 10 by 2. And y2 equal to 10 plus this part, this distance is 70. So 10 plus 70 by 2. 10 plus 70 by 2. You simplify this value. Similarly, x3. Join the diagonals for section 3. Wherever the diagonals are meeting, this is the G2, this is the G3. So this is the y3. This is the y3 and this is the x3. So look at the x3. x3 equal to the x3 equal 25 by 2. x3 equal to half of the 25. x3 equal to, let me write in another page, x3 equal to x3 equal to 25 by 2. y3 equal to 80. Up to here it is 80. 80 plus 10 by 2. y3 equal to 80 plus 10 by 2. Then x bar equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3. Similarly, y bar equal to a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3. You put all the values for getting x bar and y bar respectively. So I hope you can have the simplification. You can have the x bar in mm, y bar also in millimeters. I hope you clearly understood. With this, dear students, I am ending this video. In the next video, I will try to explain the centroid for different unsymmetrical sections or uneven sections. In the next video, I will try to explain different uneven sections. These are all the even sections. We will see the uneven section centroid in the very next video. Thank you very much for watching this video.
Geobyte.